as the first draw of the game between Ellie Burgeon and Megan Rode for Syracuse. We are underway inside the dome between the Orange and the Big Red. It's scooped up by Syracuse to start possession. The Princeton transfer, Sam DeVito, getting the job done for the Cuse.
Another experienced player on this Syracuse attack. Does well in the midfield, and seems like Cornell's coming after him early.
Syracuse really setting the tone back on Maryland, back on Saturday, and they try to get a quick start here, but the great denial by Ellie Horner. You see Cornell's offense for the first time, potting 14 goals against the Dolphins back on Saturday to open 2025 with the victory. Centering feed here for Alexi Tully, the freshman. She hasn't knocked away, and Syracuse defense forces the turnover. Tully scoops it back, just shy of midfield as here come the Big Red in transition once again. Tully, pass in front, and a score! Ellie Wilmot gets it started for the Big Red 90 seconds in, and just like that, Cornell take the first lead of the game.
That's where they want to play in that transition game. Don't make it a 7-on-7 game all the time when you have chances to push it ahead. Good quick passing and a great goal. Cornell early wants to test Daniela Gayette. That's a perfect way to do it right on the doorstep.
Wilmot, who started the season really strong, 6 points in that season opening victory.
And in the back, Coco Vandiver making sure the communication is better.
Gayette, the save on the doorstep, closed her legs at the last moment. But that defense of Syracuse, Cornell doing a good job of poking some holes to start.
Yeah, that was a free cutter that came right through. They're lucky it's not 2-0.
Orange still looking for their first tally of the game, 3.5 minutes in. Here's the freshman Melina Cotter, right down Main Street and scores. What a start it's been for the freshman Cotter. 5 goals in the first 3 games. And she's tied this ball game at 1 apiece.
But how about that? Daniela Gayette starting on the break. Cotter, she catches it almost at the opposite 40-yard line and just keeps on dodging. Has all the momentum, finds that middle, and goes to the opposite corner.
Getting that left hand free to fire it home in the bottom right corner to beat Horner. Kaylin Slamico, one of the Ivy League's best a season ago. Leaving it back, a lot of extra room. A good shot on. Gayette gets her leg to it. Wilmot, who's got the opening goal for the Big Red, stands at X, looking for someone in front. Got one, and they score. Josie Vogel, after 35 tallies a season ago, she's already got a quick 4 to start 2025. Cornell back in front.
And Wilmot, a great distributor as well. Her speed is what really threatens defenders.
Cornell leads 2-1. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Looking to tie this ball game. Adamson charges in, looking for the angle. Did it sneak through? It did. Adamson ties the ball game thanks to the free position. As back and forth we go between the Big Red and the Orange.
Had the eyes up, knew where the defender was, and who else in the Syracuse roster would rather have? Took the time, got to the ball. Had a foot to it, just snuck right with it.
From Alexa Donahoe on the far sidelines. Caroline Triscus with a full head of steam down the right side of the field. Leaves it off for Ward. Her shot and scores! Defense into offense for the Orange. You got the cause turnover, the score on the other end, and who else but 44?
Syracuse playing in transition. Trinkus, her eyes are up. She sees Ward. Ward is actually pointing over to the other side to her teammate. And because of that, Cornell slides just a little bit.
Muchnick finds some space into the teeth of the defense. Slap shot. And she was hit on the way there. 8 meters away. Muchnick runs in, bounces it home. Orange have cashed in on back-to-back free position chances and have taken a 2-goal lead.
Syracuse is running a lot more cutters through that 8-meter spot. Allows for a lot of quick passing and allows free runners to get into the lane.
Aaron pass from Cornell on the ride, and Muchnick says thank you very much. Here come the Orange running in transition once again. Vogelman leaves it back for Adamson. Spins, shoots, and scores. Cornell a little bit sloppy on the ride. Syracuse takes full advantage. It's 5-2.
How about Emma Ward getting the pass from Emma Muchnick and one hand tossing it over to Caroline Trinkus. A good job from Muchnick to win it back after getting that violation on that free position. Vogelman can't be happy that she dropped that one, but Adamson there to clean it up.
Got hurt in a Binghamton game in mid-March. Coach Rapp said she's on a minutes restriction, played 30 minutes against Jacksonville. Might see her a little bit more here today against the Orange. A bounce shot, easy save for Guyette as Patton was a little bit too far out for that one.
There's nothing new with the speed of this game versus a Maryland just not on their A game today.
3 lanes for Maggie Pons, but she turns it right back over. Coco Vandiver read that like a book to step in the middle. Split dodge, and far side GLE tosses it away. DeVito's got to run back away to get it 20 yards away, 30 yards away from Cage.
And Cornell is making sure to push Emma Ward as far out as they possibly can.
Haven't seen her get very comfortable at X, but it really doesn't matter when you got Sam DeVito as a free cutter towards the net. No one found 72 in white, and she makes them pay.
Not an easy shot here, starting to lose her footing as she threw that shot going to the ground. An excellent pass by Alexa Vogelman. Emma Muchnick. But as you said, going to the ground, taking the contact on the way, and still placing that ball.
5 different goal scorers on those 6 goals for the Orange to start that opening frame, looking to continue that momentum. They've won 16 straight against the Big Red, with that last loss coming in 2007. Oh, what a denial by Clark. No one was in 10 yards of Alexa Vogelman. Gelibert playing catch with Patton. Cornell, great shot and a better save by Guyette. Gelibert, near side GLE. Back to Wilmot at X. In front and a score. Flamenco waiting right in front. No one picked up 14 in red. And Cornell has their first goal since the early stages of that first quarter.
They just keep moving. It doesn't matter if it's for 15, 30, even 45 seconds. Wilmot just rocks back and forth, either side of the cage, changing the eyes of Daniela Guyette. Icabellas keeps that stick up high, and you see another stick in there. Referee's going to call it every time.
He's going to wind up by Guyette, meeting her in the top right corner for the save. Desmond gets a couple of whacks, leaves it back for Guzik. In front for Caramelli, spins and scores. First of the game for the sophomore Jolie Caramelli, who really did it all against the Terps. Had a goal that caused turnover, an assist, and is now on the board here against the Big Red.
This is the Syracuse we're more used to seeing. Quick passing around the arc. Everybody's moving, everybody's cutting through.
Here's Emma Ward from that Patnet spot at X, leaves it back for Trinkus into some traffic. Good move and a score. Gracie Britton doing the 5 Ds of dodgeball to put that one in the back of the net. 8-3 Syracuse.
And the face dodge right here. Plants that left foot, ducks underneath, and a great bouncing shot. Way to make your move quickly. Defenders still coming at you. Use their momentum against them. Get by.
Goggles on the way back there after she felt she got some contact from behind. Cornell nearly throws it away. Benoit there in the middle and picks it up for the Orange. Adamson in front. Ward too easy. A combination as old as time. Benoit, Adamson, Ward, 9-3 Syracuse.
And that's the most space that Syracuse has had all day. Sees Adamson out on the end. Emma Ward hasn't been in the middle much today.
Cornell looks like they've gone to his zone defense for one of the first times today. Try to slow down this high-powered offense. Gozik behind the back. It doesn't matter. The freshman getting fancy for just her second goal of the season.
She caught this ball out in front of her, and her feet were starting to trail away from that near post. So it's just easier to wrap it around. We saw Caroline Trinkus, who gets the assist on this play, have one against Maryland. Always fun to have a little bit of flair, but that's exactly the shot that you need to go with because Mackenzie Clark
got a good look in the middle of that zone defense against Cornell. Wanted to shoot for the Cuse. Trinkus caught her. Great save by Clark. Rebound, though, finds the stick of Britton. And she gets sandwiched inside the 8-meter. Music opens up a lane for Adamson. Whistles it on. Off the post and in. You give too much space to Olivia Adamson, she'll make you pay. What a second quarter it's been for the Orange. They've now outscored the Big Red 5-1.
And the defense a little bit off balance, but that's only because Cornell was late to the slide when it came to Gusick. So then on the other side, Adamson gets a little bit more space, gets her hands free.
Wilmot at X comes out near side GLE for the moment. Her centering feed, and the shot just a little bit wide. Getting it back from Desmo. Guzik in front. Trinkus scores. Look at the ball movement between the freshmen.
Ball fired around the arc. And it ends in what we've seen as our first give and go of the day, really. Gusick keeps her eyes up, makes sure that Trinkus doesn't come open, and sometimes, and a lot of the times, it usually doesn't, but
Lexi Tully's pass across the field was looking for Vogel.
and that's the pass we haven't seen Cornell really make, is that cross-field one.
Here's one, a bouncer home. Alexa Donahoe finding some open space in the Syracuse zone and gets it back to an 8-goal game.
And that pass wasn't even really successful. They had to chase after the ground ball. Syracuse just does not assemble themselves after they get a clean reset. The defense should be in the right position. Either it's Caramelli or Benoit who lets that free cutter go inside, and a rare defensive lapse today. We know the type of attackers that Cornell has, all the experience that they have, but Syracuse's athletes are really bothering them. They can run for a long, long time.
Donahoe in front, another one for Cornell. Right off the draw control, and Maggie Pons has her first of the season after coming back from injury.
Sometimes there are Syracuse mistakes, and this one is just a unfortunate accident where Megan Rode and Alexa Vogelman both going after this ball in the air. They collide. That allows Donahoe to pick it up and go the other way.
To help out head coach Jenny Grapp, who also makes a goaltending change back. She goes back to Ellie Horner, who started the first half in this game. Maybe something a little bit of a momentum swing, if you will. Both of them kind of equal stat lines in that first half, and that momentum works out on the first possession here of the second half. Caitlin Slaminko to get the party started in half number 2. It's back to a 6-goal game.
Seems like as long as Jenny Grapp is talking to her team right before they go on the field, they start off really well. Had 2 of the first 3 goals in this game, and then 1 coming out here in the first couple seconds.
Already a multi-point game for Slaminko. 25 to shoot for Cornell. Patton finding some space, denied by Guyette. Rebound loose out in front, and it's knocked back to the goaltender.
She wasn't maybe out there as much in those moments, but she still holds herself to that standard every day.
And it's a good reminder for the rest of the team as well that's trying to make an impact. Someone also trying to make an impact, Gracie Britton. Putting that one in the back of the nets. Her 2nd goal of today's game. The Orange pushed the lead back up to 7.
And if you remember her first goal from earlier in that first half, she gets the ball, she dodges very quickly. Has it right here, sees the space behind the defender. 1 move and she goes. That quick move.
Gelibert in front. Good look, better save. Guyette meeting Josie Vogel in the top right corner. Otter push to the turf. Gets the pass off to Adamson. Inside feed for Guzik. Rangs off the post. Pass to the top of the crease. Collected by Pons for the moment, but in and out of her reach. Long outlet pass from Guyette. Originally tipped. Finds the stick of Olivia Adamson. Britton scores. A little bit of a wacky offensive sequence for Syracuse, but it works out. It's the hat trick for Britton.
And this one starts all the way back at the cage. Olivia Adamson trying to corral this touchdown pass. Doesn't see Bray McDonald coming right behind her. Kind of an accident that it ends up in her stick in the first place. But then Syracuse has numbers out in transition. Britton just camping out, and it works out well for Adamson, who has a smile on her face. She knows that it probably shouldn't have worked as well as it did, but Syracuse will take it.
Syracuse 2 for 3 on free position chances today. Lechnick being the recipient of one of those earlier. And can't make it 2. Horner closes down the stick at the last moment to protect the 5-hole. Meter for Patton. Behind the net for Wilmot, who comes out in front. Skip shot, but it's turned away by Guyette.
Last minute of play in the period.
Pons in front. Guyette slams the door once again. And luckily Syracuse has a missed shot attempt.
Another good combination for the Big Red, just can't take advantage.
Guyette stones another. Some great looks out in front. Wilmot was right there. And the Big Red have had a lot of opportunities in front of Guyette today, but you got to give number 0 a lot of credit for, this could be a 4 or 5 goal game, if you will.
Definitely, and a lot of shots right in front of the cage. He's done well, and Syracuse's communication has to be better.
And even Horner's with the stop at the other end. For her 5th save. Patton leaves it back in the shooting space against Syracuse. 3rd free position of the afternoon for Cornell. They're 0 for 2 in their first 2. Vogel rifles it home. Sends that to the top right corner. Makes it a 14-7 game. 2 minutes gone in the 4th quarter.
And it's been a frustrating day for some of these Cornell attackers. Vogel gets her second goal on her 5th shot. And I asked her, is it easier or harder when you have a larger coaching staff, A, we already highlighted Donahue, and then a larger roster as well? And she said it allows you to delegate a little bit, take some of the pressure off, and have more eyes and ears on every decision.
Guyette turns away another. Kaylin Slamenko has been robbed at the doorstep plenty of times. It's now a career high in saves for Daniela Guyette with a dozen. Ward with Horner out of her cage, and she makes her pay. The last line of defense came all the way out, about 10 yards out, and Emma Ward says, empty net, thank you.
We've seen Syracuse be able to start in cage. Daniela Guyette makes that save. Not getting complacent at all. Syracuse making sure those outlets open. And I think Ellie Horner thought that ball was going to come in a little bit slower than it did. It looks like a wrong decision when you get all the way out, but when you're in the cage, you see that open player, you see the eyes of the attacker coming right at you, and you think, oh, I've got it.
Or a little give and go, and a score! Darlie Desmond getting in on the action. Her first of the season for the sophomore. And what a look by Emma Ward.
A great look, but also a great catch. Desmond's momentum is going past and almost away from that goal. Catches it on the other side of her body and eventually sees that defender and knows that she can't spin back the other way.
Cornell swings it around to the far side. Yet another easy one.
And that ball's coming in. See a player coming at you, you're not going to throw it as hard. Worried about a penalty.
She's done a good job reading the ball the whole way, made defense easy and an easier offense with Molly Gozick. Orange have made it a double-digit lead over Cornell as that clock starts to wind. It is all orange here inside the dome. Highlight plays all around. Syracuse 17, Cornell 7. Very impressive to lock down the Big Red.
And the Big Red able to capitalize on some turnovers from Syracuse, not necessarily cause turnovers.
A little bit of open space there. Full advantage for Josie Vogel. The hat trick for Vogel puts that stop clock back in effect.
We talked about Josie Vogel being just as dangerous as when she doesn't have the ball as when she does, and keeping those eyes up, free runner in the lane. And
veteran-led, they return over 50% of their offense. It's a team that has 16 seniors on this roster that has plenty of game experience, and when you play teams like Syracuse, it only makes you a little bit sharper.
They got a few players on that COVID waiver that allows them to play that 5th year, and what they do in the leagues leading up to some of their best games. And where do their best games come? Is it when they run this amount of miles and not this? And it's all part of those metrics.
You get a lot of information and that different stuff.
The free position awarded to the Orange and Emma Muchnick.
Muchnick will want a few opportunities.
Yeah, can
back
you
in field
recall?
position.
Yep, thank you. Beautiful, that's what we were thinking it was, 30.
Shot clock reset to 30
The shot
seconds.
clock reset to 30 seconds.
Had a violation and then a missed opportunity.
Muchnick pins the top right corner and tosses the stick. Gets to that double-digit lead once again. Second goal of the day for Emma Muchnick to kind of put the cherry on top as Syracuse reaches 18 goals, which is their season average of the first 2 contests.
Took her first few steps. Took a look at Horner.
get back from Jacksonville, then immediately have to drive an hour north up to play Syracuse. That's tough to do.
And it's a bit of a new situation because last year when they did the Jacksonville to Cornell turnaround, because this game was played at Cornell.
Take that one off the board for the early entry. Last minute of play inside the dome. Free lane for Slamenko, and she takes advantage. No one picked up 14.
Well, that's because the referee took just 1 second to say play on, so some of those Syracuse players were confused, thought the play was over. You see a few, including number 47 right there, and Melina Cotter, just kind of drop her stick. That's a run right in front of the crease, and lots of players who want to win, especially in their senior and fifth years. Got to make sure you stick together, though, even through the losses.
Still a lot of lacrosse left to play here in 2025, and Cornell gets to double digits. Thanks to Cameron Travis. First of the season for the sophomore from Boxford, Mass.
It's a great catch on the run. Up high. Comes in with a lot of momentum, doesn't waste any time. Gets it over the head of Guyette.
Nice little run here in the final moments of this fourth quarter by Cornell to take some momentum. Big Red expect to see those two kind of trade-off spots this season. Final seconds here from the dome. And that one is a final.